Okay, so when you're looking at the Steam Deck, it's absolutely, I think, the biggest hype when it comes to handheld devices in 2022. As a big fan of Steam in general, I was very hyped to see this, because now we can play our games on the freaking go. You don't need to buy every single game again, no, you just log in into your Steam account and you just play all your games that you're already owning for a lot of years. The Steam Deck is not the only handheld that you can buy that basically runs on Windows or on another kind of operating system. But in my opinion, there are basically two things that makes this handheld absolutely special. First of all, the price. They are selling this thing for not a lot of money if you compare it with the competition. And when you're looking at the design itself, it is also a completely redesign and something absolutely new. A lot of new features that I personally never seen before on another piece of technology that is similar to the Steam Deck itself. So that makes this thing very unique, but sadly, because the hype is very big and the demand, they can't just keep it up. So as I'm making this video, finding this is just completely like a freaking nightmare, or you need to get into the scalpel jungle and pay way more, and in my opinion makes it less interesting to get one. But one of the most important things when it comes to a handheld is this thing comfortable to play for a very long time. And I can say it is very comfortable. That is something I can already say to you. I still need to do like some extended testing and play even more on it just to see like how it will work out. And also like ask my nephew if he wants to play on this device and just give his opinion about this device. Because how is it when you're having like smaller hands? Is this thing very comfortable? Inside the package itself, we're also going to get a very nice high quality power supply that will deliver enough juice to charge this thing very quickly. It's by the way a quite interesting one. It has two kind of voltages by the way. So the power supply is not your typical one that you can find in your local stores. The idea of the Steam Deck is similar to the Nintendo Switch. In a later video we'll talk about if you can ditch the Switch now, because the Steam Deck can basically play everything. Another thing that I also like, can we ditch ourselves this mini PC that I'm using? I'm using this MSI Trident. It's an i7 with a 1060 inside. And when you're looking at the specification of the deck itself is a quite powerful device compared with this beefy mini PC. So that's the question of course, and I'm also going to explain it in different videos and doing some quick side-by-side comparisons. The Steam Deck is just a very interesting piece of technology, but of course we had different models that we could pre-order, and the version I'm having is the 512GB, or more like the Deluxe Edition. At first I wanted to get myself the 64GB, I think that one would be like super cool, you can buy it cheap and you can make it basically like an emulation beast. Then we're having the 256GB, but when you're getting into the €679, you can basically get yourself the version I'm showing here, the 512GB with a very fast SSD inside, including some extra features, like a protection glass. The presentation itself of the Steam Deck is quite basic, but it is very nice. So first we're going to get more plastic, and then we're going to get ourselves this very cool sleeve with "Your games are going places." You can rip it apart, but I'm going to leave it because I just want to keep it in very good condition. For me it's like a part of a slightly limited collector's edition. Then we're going to get ourselves two zippers that we can unpack it. All of the Steam Decks, what I understand of, comes with this very nice hard case to protect it if you want to bring it with you. Another thing I like is the presentation. They even like included a seal, so you know for sure if it's brand new or not. And underneath there's even like a freaking compartment where there is an extra sleeve, and this sleeve is needed for storing your power supply. Looks very nice, like a very nice high quality sleeve. Yeah, they did an amazing job. But let's do a quick unboxing and let's take a close look at the device itself of course. And my first impression is like this thing is freaking huge and it's a quite interesting piece of technology. I must say that when you're looking at this hardware, I must say that I find it not really portable as like a tiny handheld, but I will show you some comparisons in some different videos. But the feel itself, in my opinion, is very positive and I really love the grip. And underneath we're going to get this very nice cloth that we can clean up the device itself if it's going to be filthy. And of course the cord if you want to pull it out very easy. But how comfortable is the device itself? That is of course my main question. I already noticed like this feels quite comfortable, but if you're going to play it for some time, how is it then? I'm messing around with some games. Most of the time games I already played a lot on different kind of systems, including a lot of different controllers. I've noticed like when you're playing fighting games, I think this Steam Deck is absolutely amazing. The D-pad, I'm a big D-pad fan, and if you didn't know, now you know. And the D-pad is absolutely amazing. It's very strangely placed. When you're looking into, let's say, games of an Orcs Must Die 3, you're going to need utilizing the triggers and the shoulder buttons and of course the two joysticks, I also find this system play very comfortable for a very long time. When you're going to play some games, I've noticed that for me, like indie games, there's going to be an indie games paradise because this system is so powerful, it can run every single indie game I can throw at it, no problem whatsoever. But if you like in getting into the AAA titles that we're going to see, you need to put like a mix of low or medium settings simply because this device is not capable of running the latest games on the highest resolution. Another feature that I love are the traction pads, something I really need to get used to because it's just an absolutely new way to play. But again, the D-pad, that is something that I'm using all the freaking time, especially with fighting and indie games. The position, I didn't really like it at the beginning, but when you're holding it, you will notice that the travel, the way how the D-pad feels is absolutely amazing. And yeah, when you're holding it in your hands, you just want to play. Absolutely amazing piece of tech it is. And I give them extra wicked kudos for basically like designing a handheld in just a short time period and make something pretty damn cool. The device itself comes with so many buttons where a lot of Chinese handhelds have issues. This thing is like overkill. 4 buttons at the back. We're going to get shoulder buttons, trigger buttons. We're going to get 2 traction pads. Absolutely crazy if you think about what this device all have to offer. And the feel itself of the trigger is amazing. The way how it feels and also when it comes to the shoulder buttons. So I am very pleased just about the results they made and the experience I'm getting with the Steam Deck. But let's take a close look at some stuff that we have at the top. We're going to get volume control, then we're going to get the audio jack out, the ventilation out for the output of the fan, and Type-C connection, and then we're going to get the on and off switch over here. Okay, when you're going to get this device in hand, you need to set it all up, and it is like easy peasy lemon squeezy. Because with the first thing you need to do, choose your language, choose the time zone to get the right time, of course. And the other thing you need to do, of course, is connect with your Wi-Fi because we need to get connectivity, and the reason why, because Steam is online. And then we're also going to need ourselves the installation of the new update. And I noticed the first time this takes a long time. Okay, next up we need to check out your account, make an account if you don't have one, or just log into your existing account. And that's what I love about Steam, just log in and download and play your games again. Take consideration that this device is based on Linux, and in my opinion they did an amazing job. Still, there is 100 plus games in my library that has the option to play, but you will have the same problem like me, that a lot of games are, let's say, not really supported. I like different categories. You have like semi-supported, full supported, and games that are not supported. You can still play them, but of course you need to check them out for yourself, and hoping in the future they will like update this and make the Steam Deck in combination with Linux an absolutely awesome piece of technology to play with and bring all of your games with you without any limitation. So basically this is the first generation of Steam Deck devices. I must say, like, I really love the UI of this device and I find it very comfortable to use. Of course you need to get used to it, but as I think with every single device. And then over the, let's say, the years, they will like do a lot of tweaks and improve a lot of things. Not only with compatibility and things, but also like the UI itself. So when you're looking at the 3 dots or the Steam, here you can see they can browse through Steam very quickly, shut down a game and do a lot of great things. In my opinion, for the first generation, it's not bad at all. I think if you're a big fan like me of Steam and you already have a PC or a mini PC or something else to run Steam on and you just want to bring your games with you, this is like, in my opinion, the most epic way to do so. Simply because you can just buy this thing, log in, download your games and play. And you don't need to buy anything else. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Did you pre-order the Steam or do you already own one? But thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become one of the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.